November 13th. Kind of makes you think, how a single day can hold so much, well, different meaning for different people. But today, we're taking a deep dive into something pretty interesting. The AA thought for the day from November 13th.
Always a good one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And of course, we'll be looking at the meditation and prayer that go with it, too. It's kind of like a little roadmap for the day. Gives you a thought to think about, a moment to just be, and then a prayer to finish it off.
Nice way to put it, yeah.
Thanks. And the themes for this particular day, they really hit home for me. Judgment, self-reflection, finding strength, peace. I mean, haven't we all been there? Judged someone a little too quickly or maybe been a little too hard on ourselves.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's something everyone struggles with at some point. Universal, you could say.
Totally. And that's what makes this thought for the day so powerful. It starts off with a question, actually. It says, who am I to judge other people?
Get you thinking right off the bat.
Right. And then it goes on. Have I proved by my great success in life that I know all the answers? Exactly the opposite. Until I came into AA, my life could be called a failure.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty heavy stuff. It continues, I made all the mistakes one could make. I took all the wrong roads there were to take. On the basis of my record, am I a fit person to be a judge of other people? Hardly.
That's some serious self-awareness right there.
It really is. And then it gets to the heart of it. In AA, I have learned not to judge people. I am so often wrong. Let the results of what they do judge them. It's not up to me. Am I less harsh in my judgment of people?
It's incredible, isn't it? The person sharing this thought, they're not shying away from their past. They own their mistakes, and now they're advocating for understanding others. It's like a total 180.
Totally. It really shows you how much personal growth is possible. But I got to be honest, for me, putting that into practice is a whole other challenge. How do we actually stop judging others? It almost feels like it's hardwired into us.
It is tough. Our brains are wired to make these quick judgments, to categorize people and situations. It's a survival thing, really. Helped our ancestors avoid danger.
So we're basically programmed to judge.
In a way, yeah. But the problem is that same wiring that kept us safe can also lead to bias. Making assumptions and not seeing the whole picture. And when we're constantly labeling and judging, we miss out on the nuances, the complexities of people and their stories.
So it's like we're putting up walls instead of building bridges.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we get out of that judgmental headspace? How do we shift to a more open, understanding way of seeing things?
Well, I think the meditation for the day offers a good starting point. It says, in our time of meditation, we again seem to hear, come unto me, all ye that are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And it goes on. Again and again, we seem to hear God saying this to us. Come unto me for the solution of every problem, for the overcoming of every temptation, for the calming of every fear, for all our needs, physical, mental, or spiritual. But mostly, come unto me for the strength we need to live with peace of mind and the power to be useful and effective.
That's a really powerful image. Finding strength and comfort in something bigger than ourselves. And it doesn't have to be a religious thing, right?
Not at all. It could be connecting with nature, with a community, with art, even tapping into your own inner strength. It's that recognition that we don't have to go it alone, that we need support and guidance to navigate life's ups and downs.
And there are so many ways to find that support. Traditional prayer, meditation, therapy, even just reaching out to a friend.
Yeah.
It's all about finding what works for you.
Absolutely. What resonates with you the most in that idea of coming unto something for support?
Honestly, just knowing you're not alone. That feeling of support, of having something out there, however you define it, that can give you strength and peace. And speaking of peace, the prayer for the day is so simple, but it really hits home.
Well, let's hear it.
It says, I pray that I may go to God today for those things that I need to help me live. I pray that I may find real peace of mind.
It's beautiful in its simplicity, isn't it? Just acknowledging that it's okay to ask for help. Not just for the big, life-altering stuff, but for the everyday things, too.
Right. It's like saying, I'm human, I have needs, and it's okay to reach out for support.
And whether you're praying to a specific deity or just putting your hopes and fears out into the universe, articulating those needs can be incredibly powerful.
It's like we're giving ourselves permission to be imperfect, to need help. And maybe in that vulnerability, we can find a way to be less judgmental of ourselves and others.
I think you've nailed it. It's a beautiful paradox. Recognizing our own weaknesses can actually open our hearts to the weaknesses of others.
It's like that saying, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle.
Exactly.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. From battling judgment to finding strength and peace, it's been quite a deep dive.
It has.
So as we wrap up, what's one key takeaway you hope our listeners will walk away with?
I'd put it like this. If you were to write your own thought for the day, what would it be? What wisdom have you learned along the way that could offer guidance or support to someone else? It's something worth thinking about.
It really is. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been a thought-provoking journey. And to our listeners, thanks for being here with us. Until next time, take care.
Be well.